This is Emmerstine. I'm the divorce coach for the seasoned woman. Hello, seasoned women. We're going to talk about going to mediation for a divorce. Now, mediation is not as formal as actually going before the judge. But needless to say, I was still a little nervous about going to mediation. Not as nervous as I was at our initial court hearing for our legal separation. And I hadn't seen my spouse in a while. And my final decree, the meeting for my final decree for divorce was about 6 months after my legal separation. And my spouse showed up. He had his famous bag with all this important paperwork in. When he was going to, he took the bag when he was going to do any kind of negotiation or any type of important or legal meeting. So he had the same bag. And I was there with my notepad. I always take notes. I can never stress the importance of taking notes when you go to any type meeting when going through legal separation or a divorce. And I remember I pulled my hair back again because I didn't want anything in my eyes when I was sitting there checking and recalculating the figures for our final divorce. And I remember the thing about it is I overestimated him and he underestimated me. And being having an accounting background, I have a tendency to analyze a situation. Sometimes I overanalyze a situation, which in my favor worked best for me. And when he underestimated me, that didn't work in his behalf. It worked in my behalf. And I remember we sat down, we were doing the calculations, we were doing the figures and dividing up our assets because we had been married 32 years. So when you've been married that length of time, oftentimes there's more assets involved to be divided. And things turned out better than I had expected. I remember I was recalculating the figures and my attorney gave me a compliment. She said, "You're good with those numbers." and I thought to myself, I've been doing this for almost 40 years. And in the end, my spouse was really upset with me. I mean, he was extremely upset. He looked at me with such look of disgust on his face. And I thought to myself, is this the man that once told me he loved me? And you know the old saying, there's a thin line between love and hate. And I find that is true in a lot of instances, especially divorces. And I remember when my attorney came back in the room and showed me the figures and everything. And I was very happy because I had no idea it would turn out that well. And I remember she went back upstairs to talk to the mediator and try to get things wrapped up. And I remember I got up and I started dancing. I was dancing in the room because I was in there by myself and my spouse and his attorney was in another room. And I was dancing and dancing, and in the middle of dropping it like it was hot, I looked up and I looked around. And I said, oh, there could be cameras in this room. So I stopped. And I remember I went to shake my spouse's hand after everything was over. And he refused to shake my hand. He was stuffing his papers back into his famous little bag. And he was just irritated, very mad with me. And so he wouldn't shake my hand. So I told him, being a bigger person, I said, I wish you the best of luck. And I truly meant it because I meant to go on with my life. So seasoned women, as I said earlier, always take good notes at any meeting you go to because you can always go back and refer to those notes. And that's what I did prior to the mediation hearing. I went back and I reviewed my notes that I had. So therefore, when my spouse didn't reveal everything he should have revealed, I was able to do it. Because before when I left the house, we decided to separate. Being the accountant that I was, I copied everything that I thought would be of importance once we divorced. And like I said, I've always been very thorough. So I copied more than I had to copy. And I remember my attorney asking me, did you run this checkbook through the copier? Because I copied every page of the checkbook, because sometimes people have the tendency to overinflate their expenses. So he was not really able to do that. So, like I said, always take good notes. And if you're going to leave the home, or if he is going to leave the home, make copies of everything that has to do with your finances. All the income coming into the home and all the expenses. Seasoned women, I've enjoyed talking to you. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Like I said, I've gone through this, and I understand what you're going through. Till next time, seasoned women, nice talking to you. See you later. This has been Emmerstine. And remember, I'm the divorce coach for the seasoned woman. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification button. Leave a comment. Feel free to contact me if you have any questions. Again, I've enjoyed talking to you so much. I always do, seasoned women.